Walking Dead, you know.
Well,
So
I will say, I mean, to Matt's point, like, I mean, we're seeing a change, right? Like, I mean, like the last couple years were rough without question, but the last like 6 months, we've been seeing an upswing, and the All-Star, we had like a whole week where we were just crushing it. We had one amazing event, the energy. I mean, we had great artists come through. I went to the mayor's inauguration in Chinatown, and that was jumping. He had Zoo playing, and I mean, it felt good. I mean, I went to Portola, was a big festival that happened, and they were killing it. Great energy, great acts. So it's definitely starting to come back, and I'm really optimistic. And this 4 a.m. thing is going to be a game changer. I mean, for us, this will be
it'd
huge.
be massive.
I mean, we'll see boosted revenues by 20%, maybe at least, and so. Whatever I can do to help you with that, like, let me know. But I'm big. I feel like these are the things we're doing. The things, like, the things are happening. AI too. We did a party last month where we had it was called the Giga Party. We had that robot DJ.
I saw.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. He wasn't really DJing though. He was just his hand went up, but still, people were excited. I saw
he was on his Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, but people were so pumped on that thing, and we had 2,000 people through the building. On a Friday night, we had like we had pitch events. Every floor was activated. I did a silent disco on the roof. The art galleries open, sold 7 paintings. I mean, people were pitching events. It was just amazing. It was so vibrant. And I was like, yes, we are back. I mean, so I've seen a month of just like where we're just, really encouraged with what's happening here.
But do we think the more goal is bringing in people from around the outside Bridge and Tunnel? Because a lot of the young people left. They're not living here. I did read your article, the article in the Chronicle, about why a lot of the young people can't afford to live here. Like you were saying, affordable housing, all those things, get some people to move back. But the emergency right now would be just to get people to come here, right? And then maybe they'd want to live here again or do whatever. But right now we have a problem with the actual, not too many local people, and Bridge and Tunnel doesn't want to come for all their reasons, but okay. So anything else you guys want to bring up with that?
Something Matt talked about, and I was behind the scenes that week of NBA All-Stars. I was maybe 5 hours, 10 hours at 49 South Van Ness, at the fire department, the building department, the planning department, because we were trying to activate for a big party over on Hawthorne and Folsom. So we needed all these permits, and so I was talking to him. I said, "What's going on? It feels like things are happening." This planning guy said there were 40 temporary use permits for weird events where you go to the planning department and say, "We're going to take this plaza or this building thing, and we want to activate it for some party." And when you get something like that, San Francisco can throw a party, if we activate it. And lot of people were in town spending money. And
I went to an amazing party at the Exploratorium, and we have all these, venues where you don't think of them, let alone ones that came up and popped up and everything. And we do have a lot of capacity here, but the way that they were thinking during that time, we can get them thinking like that all the time.
And but behind the scenes, I was watching. I go, if you get San Francisco bureaucracy activated, they were into it. They were into it. The captain would be down there, Kathy Harold, all these people were out looking at blueprints, people having parties, and they were, they were going to make it happen. And it was coming from the top. I think that new mayor was, he was talking entertainment from his inauguration. First main thing I heard on the radio, he was talking entertainment. He says, "You're going to come back, and you're not going to be hassled, and you're because that's the market here is not that big, but the market going out 40 miles. People go 40 miles to go to a party, or get a hotel room and party.
As far as San Jose,
So we just have to, clean it up a little bit.
That was like just another thing that I was bringing up is the return of international people, and what kind of marketing the city's going to do to recover that. I think that was a big problem with people leaving here, and a big problem with having a lot. I mean, you do clubs like me. We used to see so many international people. I mean, for me, it was like with Underground, it was 20% of my people would be from other countries, just coming in on the weekends and being here and coming afterwards, late night, Underground stuff, all that. I have people from everywhere, Germany, passports and all that stuff. I don't see it. It's maybe 3 to 4% now.
Interesting.
And I think some kind of campaign to make them come back would be good. And I was going to talk to you about it, Paul. Is just so what we're doing anytime in the underground when I have DJs show up that are a big DJ, I do a clip of them saying, did you have fun in San Francisco when you played tonight? And did you have fun? And do you think the city's safe now? Will you please shout it out to all the Germans that they can come back, right? These guys have 4 million followers, 5 million followers, all these different DJs and stuff. I think social media awareness that people can come back here now and they'll have fun and they'll be safe, and that the police are going to be nice to them, and all these things really needs to happen as well, because I'm a few blocks from all the hotels and there's nobody at them. So I think if you guys have any ideas for marketing for that or what that's going to take, I mean, what's it going to take
to
what's it going to take to get the international people back?
I think that we are seeing a shift, and we've all spoken about that.
I have
the having new leadership in the city, setting a new tone, having some of these big events that went so smoothly. You even had Charles Barkley on TV saying, you know what? I got it wrong. San Francisco did well.
Right, and
San
I think
Francisco
that's
looks
huge.
great.
That's huge.
Just how much trashing there's been publicly of San Francisco for so long has reached every corner of the globe. Well, you're not hearing it that much anymore. Mm-hmm. And it's because some things have changed, and it's also because the messengers and such have improved. And so that takes a little time to catch up, but I think there's a real opportunity in the coming months and in definitely the coming years. But we'll see. I mean, this summer, if we have this whole year goes well, right? We may see a great summer this year for San Francisco, because it starts to get out there and they say, you know what, let's go to San Francisco. Actually, let's give it a chance. I mean, they have fun when they come here for a baseball game or something, and it's not dead. And the other thing we haven't talked as much, there's also a lot more things that we didn't have before. We've got a bunch of rooftop places now that we never had rooftops as long as I really cool, chic style, like similar to LA type stuff. And that's a part of what we're offering now, because we have such incredible views and landscapes and everything, that I think we also have to take advantage of those sort of things and bring it together for an overall experience for people.
Yeah. I'll probably bring it back in a different show, but just, I think pause. Okay. We'll take a break.
Sure.
I think that, like he said, the city needs a publicist or something, a social media marketing for.
I mean, the city has a publicist, of course.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying some good ideas, for international,
to promote ourselves.
Yeah, because there was so much like negative press, man. I mean,
we need some positive social media press.
Yeah,
a lot.
I mean, that's what we fell into that too. I don't know if you want to, if we're off the record now, but
I don't know.
Continue the conversation, yeah.
I'm still online.
Yeah, and and some of it was, affected the conventions that were coming here or not coming here, and we're facing competition from places that really stepped their game up too. Right? We're losing a lot of conventions to parts of Texas where we weren't competing with before. Vegas really taking conventions from us, and some of it was what they were doing right, and some of it what we were doing wrong. But there's a change happening right now around that, a real focus around the area connected to Moscone and Union Square. A lot of policing down there, making sure that people who come here for conventions have a really good experience.
And that all needs to be in social media.
You're not hearing as much about, I came to a convention and it was so terrible. You're hearing more of the opposite now. So they've kind of shifted some of that. So, it takes a little while to get those ripple effects for people to say. And we also took a hit. A lot of the Asian travel has not come back yet.
Right.
Still, people in China in particular are not traveling for reasons having to do with their government around the world, or particularly to the U.S. that they were in the past. So we have to also remain open to travelers and not pick fights with our neighbors, which is probably not going to be helpful either.
Right.
Probably not going to get too many Canadians coming to visit this summer.
Yeah. Okay. Is everybody? Mark's back. Just before we get back at it, to finish up, so I'll probably do a separate one on that. Just break down social media to try to bring back. I'll do it later, you know. But next, I think I just want to get into future entertainment trends. Like,